Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is Resin with me and I am Brandy. So for today's video, it's kind of related to these gorgeous candles that I recently bought. Look how pretty that is. And they come in these little like gift boxes. You don't have to do gift wrapping or anything. But aren't they beautiful? So I have that one. That one's a pumpkin spice one. Yes, I do like pumpkin spice. And then this one smells like wisteria, I think. And look how gorgeous that is. It's so pretty. Beautiful. Anyway, I just wanted to show these candles. I already used the pumpkin one because there was a really big storm in Austin a few days ago and lost power. So I thought perfect timing. I just bought some new candles. So for today's video, let me put these away. For today's video, I'm doing some tea light candle holders. I just got these last week. These molds, and you can see they have little specks of glitter all over them because they came with some glitter included, and it just kind of got everywhere in the box during shipping, or I don't know, during packaging, but it's everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I have some masking tape, and this is just an easy way to grab all of these small specks. So there you see it. Now it's on the tape and it's not on the mold anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these all cleaned up, get the glitter off because there's a lot on the undersides too. And then once I do that, I will mix up my resin and come back and we can get started on the actual project. All right, I've got my resin mixed up. I've got 10 ounces. This cup is very, very full. And so funny story, and maybe a little insight into my mind, but as I was getting my supplies for how I want to color the resin, I was singing to myself, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then I realized, those are not the words to the song, so. But, you know, in my mind it sounded nice, and, you know, I just always kind of have something playing in my mind, even if the words are not correct.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
So what I have here, I don't know if I'm going to use all of this yet, but I've got Mayspring. I think I'm going to do white, like a transparent white resin. I don't know. So I've got the Mayspring white pearl powder. I've got Let's Resin white alcohol ink. I've got Glitty's white mint glitter. Let's Resin white pearl pigment dye. And this Stampendous Shaved Ice. So everything's got, you know, white with maybe a hint of color with the glitters. So let's start. I know I for sure want the pigment dye, the pearl pigment dye. So let me shake it up. I do have to shake these up quite a bit. All right, so let's just pour some in, see what we come up with. I know for sure I want to use some of the glitties. It's rare that I don't use them. All right, so it's pretty transparent, maybe a little too much. So I will add in a little bit of alcohol ink. Now alcohol ink is also transparent, so it's not going to add much color, or I guess much opacity since it's already white. Alright, what do we think? I think I might add a little bit more of the pearl pigment dye. I don't think that I'll need the pigment powder. She's very full, so leaning it over just has some of it poured out. All right, lastly, I think I will add some of the Stampendous Shaved Ice. So maybe just like a teaspoon. And we'll see what that looks like. I think we'll do another teaspoon because I feel like I can barely see it. And I do want to see it some, maybe not an overwhelming amount, but I want to see it in there. Let's do one more. All right, I think that is good. I did mix it quite a bit, so I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes in some warm water, not hot water, just a little warm so that some of those bubbles can come up to the top and pop. And so I'll be back maybe in about 10 minutes after I do all of that. All right, I've got my resin all finished up. I think what I'm gonna do, because there's so many crevices in these molds, I really want to avoid as many bubbles as I can. So I think for each one I'm going to pour a little bit and then use the heat gun. Pour a little more, use the heat gun, just so that I can try to get some more of those bubbles out. So I've got my heat gun right here, and let's go ahead and get to pouring. I can't decide which hand I want to pour with. Now, I did not measure these molds. I just didn't feel like doing that this time, so hopefully the 10 ounces is enough. There's a hair. All right, go in for some more. I'm also using the heat gun to just kind of push, like blow the resin off this top part and onto so that it can flow down the sides. It's pretty runny, so I actually don't have a lot of time to use the heat gun because it already starts going down the side. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully that means not too many bubbles. All right, so yeah, I think they are pretty full. They're very runny, so hopefully all the bubbles will, if there are any still in there, they'll come out. I have quite a bit of resin left, actually, almost 4 ounces. So I will go ahead and make some bookmarks and earrings to to use the rest of it up. And we will be back once these are ready to come out of the molds. Alright, so while Charlie decides to start eating. I fed her dinner earlier and she didn't eat, but now she's eating. So that's some noise if you hear it. The tea light candle holders are setting up. I'm not going to pull them out right now because they're definitely not ready. But I just wanted to give a quick glimpse at what I do with the leftover resin. And I make all these different earrings and bookmarks. I think these are going to be really pretty with the leftover resin that I used from these. But you can see they're still very, very bendy. And I love, 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 love this keychain. It's got a little paw print and a heart. I love it. It's so cute. I love, love, love dogs. So, yeah, I thought that was cute. And I've got some little paw print earrings. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick glimpse. So these over here, I mainly used the leftover resin from my last project, which were the red, gray, bronze, and white coasters. That was my last video if you want to check it out. But aren't these so cute? These little alien earrings. Oh, now she's drinking water, so it's loud over here. But yeah, I thought these all came out really nicely. And these I include with some of my larger Etsy orders. I just throw in a free pair of earrings. And these are all with today's leftover resin. But yeah, I just thought I would show you all how I use my leftovers. Show you all they do not go to waste. But let me know what you think about these. They are a little time consuming, so I don't film them. But just know, if you place a good order from my Etsy shop, something might sneak in there. So, alright guys, I will see you again when it is really time to unmold these. Alright, so it is tomorrow and we've got our candle holders all set and ready to demold. These look like they're going to be a little hard to demold because just of the shape, but let's go ahead and give it a try. So this actually comes undone pretty easily, but let's see the rest of it. Okay, so that actually wasn't too hard. And that's actually also a bigger hole than I thought it was going to be. So we'll set that down. It didn't end up, like the bottom is transparent because it's such a thin layer, but these leaves, it's a lotus. So these leaves are petals, so they're thicker. And so they're not very transparent. So I guess I should have done a little less of the alcohol ink and the dye. But let's do the second one. All right, I kind of like them. They're nice and flat on the bottom. They don't wobble. I'm really happy with how these turned out, and I would love to make some in other colors. Definitely try to go for the transparency, just because I think if it's transparent, you know, with the candle giving off light, it's gonna have a pretty reflection. But what colors would you all suggest? You can really do anything. I mean, the world is your oyster. All right, so these are, I mean, they're done. There's no sanding to do. they're done. But I would like to get a shot with maybe a little candle in here just to see what they look like. Alright, so I was able to find one of those little battery powered candles. But yeah, it fits perfectly. It's actually, I would say the holes got plenty of space to have even a little bit bigger of a candle than this. But I think that looks really nice. You could also use it maybe as like a little trinket dish too, or you know, even for some coins or something. Yeah, I'm really happy with them. I like them. Definitely want to do some more colors and do some more transparency to see how the light shines through, and maybe I'll get some some real candles since the flame would probably produce more light. But other than that, let me know what you think. Do you like them, or what other colors would you like to see? Alright, so yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you will join me on my next one. You'll come resin with me. I'm Brandy.